course, we can't celebrate without margarita. Mmm. And of course, with margarita, I was so inventive today because guess what? I made my own Mexican pizza with avocado. And of course, I cooked some nachos, beef nachos with avocado. And of course, I have my chicken chalupa and also my beef taco. Oh my God. What a celebration, you guys. I just want to celebrate with you, all of you, my Mexican brothers and sisters. Happy Cinco de Mayo. I have another drink. Before I have a taste of my taco. I wish you're here to taste my taco. Because I worked so hard for this today.
Hey son, where's the Taco Bell I brought home for dinner? Is it in the kitchen?
Oops. I'm sorry. I lied. I'm sorry, brothers and sisters. But anyway, happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. Bye.
Hello! Belated Cinco de Mayo. We're still celebrating it. It's still May. Cheers with my margarita. Hello, my online family and friends. Welcome again to another Sansu. I had eaten too much margarita. That's a show. It's another Wednesday, another hump day. And welcome, my online family and friends. I hope everybody's okay. Thank you for sharing and subscribing and all that. And I hear you. I'll be reading some of your comments and stuff like that. Well, good morning, good afternoon. It's the whole night through. Good evening. And good day to you and you and you and you. Well, courtesy of PHLV Radio. Viva Las Vegas. Well, I'm so excited because I have 3 wonderful guests tonight or today or good morning, wherever you are. And also that, as you know, in the United States, we celebrate May 5th, the Cinco de Mayo. So viva to our Mexican family friends out there. Enjoy the month, enjoy it because this is part of your month. And of course, a lot of margaritas, a lot of chalupas and Mexican pizzas and all that stuff like that. So enjoy. All right. And now, let's get a little bit serious because also May is a month of National Mental Health Awareness Month. This month is dedicated to raising awareness about mental health issues and promoting mental wellness, especially on the children. The observance takes place from May 5th to May 11th, focusing on the importance of mental health in children. We have to really take care of ourselves, you guys. I know it's stressful out there. There's things going on right now with, I forgot my glasses. with everything that's going on right now in economy and everything surround us, this market. I mean, my God, eggs are still expensive, you guys. It's still $14 a box. This like a dozen. I mean, it depends where you are. In California, it's pretty expensive. But so mental health also costs not just about eggs, but about families. So we really need to talk about it. If there's something bothering you guys, it's the first thing that it might help because it helped me a lot. I mean, everyone has to go through problems and we have our ups and downs in life. So it's good to talk about it sometimes, to talk to your friends, to your family, If you're so close to your family, talk to your family what's bothering you, or also to your best friend or BFF, and just let it go, just talk, or you can pray about it. For you out there that are very religious, don't talk to yourself though, because that doesn't look right. you know, Pray, silently and stuff like that, and also seek help. If you can't get your family and friends to listen to your problems, seek professional help. And there's a lot of medication out there to calm your nerves. And sometimes for me, I don't believe in a lot of medication. It's just self awareness and self meditation. Meditation is also a good how do you call this one? It's a good way to enhance your mind and just to relax, because every day is a crazy day. All right. So be aware it's going to be a whole month, and we're going to talk about it. All right. And next, of course, we're going to talk about Lady Gaga. Now, Lady Gaga had a free concert in Brazil, and she broke the record of the most people that watch a concert, which is 2.1 million people watched her in person. I can't wait for her to come to California. I don't know if I can afford it, but I'll try. But oh my God, the concert was unbelievable. That's what, the comments say, or the critic says, that if it's a bad show, we're going to hear it. If it's a flop, we're going to hear it. But it was very successful. Everyone had a good time in Brazil. Brazil, you're so lucky to have a free concert of Lady Gaga, you guys. And thank God she was safe. And everyone was safe, because there was a bomb threat. It was crazy people. Come on now, crazy people. Anyway, thank God nothing happened. And I just want to thank the police department, the armed forces for stopping that, because of you, they had a very successful concert. And now, May is a very busy month. First, we had the Cinco de Mayo, and then we have, of course, the mental health, which is the issue, the serious issues. Of course, now we have the Filipino heritage, or the Asian heritage, Island Pacific Heritage Month also. It's the month of May. So we're going to be focusing about our Asian culture, Asian communities, and stuff like that. There's a lot to talk about it. As me part of being Asian, I look Chinese, but I always say that I was really Chinese, but before I was born. My previous life, maybe I was Chinese, because I always say that I'm Chinese. It's got to be, because I have a lot of Chinese friends too. They understand. They understand. But I'm so proud of being it, because May is focusing in our communities, you guys. And I'm going to be having a lot of guests that are Filipinos or Asian cultures. We're going to talk about Asian cultures and Asian places that we can focus on. And later on, I'm going to introduce you an amazing woman, two amazing women, and also an amazing man, that made a difference in a lot of young generations out there. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back with our new guest. See you later.
Po, si Orlino de la Cruz ay kapitan po ng Patal Pinto sa Pinatubo. Nagpapasalamat po ako sa Aita Tribe Foundation. Nagpapasalamat po ako uli sa mga bigay nyo po. Dito po ay lumiwanag na po ang namin po, community namin po. Naulit ko lang po, nagpapasalamat ako sa inyo po. Ito po. Ay, mas pasalamat kami po sa nagtutulong sa amin po sa Aita Foundation po. Ngayon lang po kami ng ilaw na maliwanag po dito sa Patal Pinto po. Thank you po.
Ito po yung mga kasama namin, nag-install ng solar dito sa sitio. Dayday. Ayan si Conchal. Ayan si Joseph. Si Goryo. Si Commander Aka. Ito si Kapitan. Ayan si Pangkok. Oh, ayan si Ate Parina. Ayan ang cooker namin, no, si Ate Parina. Ayan, no. Dito kami sa Sitio Dayday. Ayan. Ayun po yung pinatubo, yung may pag.
Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome back. Well, there was just a little introduction about what we're going to be celebrating this month. It's a very amazing event that's going to be held in Seattle, Washington, and it's produced by a good friend of mine, James Sarinas. And he's the one that's in charge and coordinating this event because we're so excited and we're so proud of being Filipino that we accomplish a lot of things, a lot in this country. You know, we're contributed a lot of the talents and innovations and stuff like that. And my first guest is one of those people, which is going to be awarded as the Woman of the Year in this Empowered Filipino event. And so, without further ado, I mean, we're going to talk a lot of things because she's a business entrepreneur. You know, she owns a lot of businesses. She's a very successful woman. Please help me welcome Miss Rose Alvarez. Hi, Ate Rose. I'm Miss Rose.
Hi, Ate Sansu. It's been a year since I've seen you.
Me too. Nice. Thank you so much. I'm so honored to have you tonight. You know, and let's talk about you. Tell us a little bit more, because I know you're a businesswoman. You're always busy. Tell us a little bit more about you. Were you born here, or you know?
Yeah, I was born and raised in the Bay Area. But business took me in different parts of the United States. But as you and the rest of our community, I'm a very, very proud Filipino woman.
Yes, I can tell. I mean, the business that you said you have 3 hotels, and you're right now based in Nebraska, right?
That's correct. I live in good old corn country in Huskerland here in Nebraska.
You got a lot of Filipinos in Nebraska?
You can probably count them on one hand. But that's not true. We have a huge Filipino base here in Nebraska. There are a lot of very, very good people here that are mostly in the medical field, and they're very, very resilient also here in Nebraska, as we are in all parts of the country.
Parts of the country. My God, I know, because Filipinos are everywhere, actually. I'm not sure if they have some Filipinos in Montana. I never heard of someone lived in Montana, because it's really cold.
Well, that's funny that you mention it, because we are planning on putting up another hotel in Libby, Montana, within the next couple of years. So there will be one Filipino for sure.
And that will be you. the originator. You're gonna make it happen, and then everyone's gonna be moving there, and then they're gonna be saying, "What is that smell? Oh, that's bagoong and tuyo." they're gonna smell something different, like, and then they're gonna start seeing smoke. Oh, I'm just cooking rice. That's all. I'm just cooking rice. Oh my goodness, I'm so honored. But because you also have two hotels in Seattle. I know. I asked you a while ago, but why Seattle out of other states? Why Seattle first from Nebraska?
Well, it was a business opportunity that came up. And when I first went there, it was really amazing because we have so many amazing, resilient Filipino business owners. I like to always reference that lady at Pike's Market who's over 80 years old that started her flower shop there at Pike's Market and is still there up till today. She brought her family over here because of that business. So definitely an icon there in Seattle, and also somebody that we're all very, very proud of.
Oh, okay. So is that what you inspired you? I know you went to school for hotel management, right?
That's correct. Mhm.
And so what inspired you? Is your family are used to own hotels in the Philippines?
Oh, no, never. I am, me and my cousin Mina are the only ones that actually finished with that degree, but working for companies, working for hotels, of course, your dream is always to own one, right?
Yes, that's right.
So that was a dream and we made it happen. And we have the two hotels there in Seattle. So please, mga kabayan, when you're in Seattle, right? The only Filipino, my husband's also a veteran, so it's the only Filipino veteran-owned hotel in Seattle at the SeaTac Airport, the Comfort Inn and the Sleep Inn. So please, we have kabayan rates. Come on over and look at beautiful Washington.
So do you have a discount if you're Filipino? I'm just kidding.
Definitely. It's called a kabayan rate. We have kabayan rates. You let them know. We are also the host hotel for Philippine Airlines because there is now a route from Seattle, Philippines direct flight. We are the host hotel for Philippine Airlines as well. So, and that's what I think is really amazing when Filipino businesses are supported by Filipinos themselves. I have to say, looking at my statistics just the other day, 42% of our guests are Filipino, right?
Oh,
so a lot of Filipinos are patronizing my business because they know it's Filipino owned. And I think that's what the most important thing about our culture that has to keep on going is that we support one another. If you know it's a Filipino business, please patronize that business, right?
Yes, just like the Chinese people, they support each other.
Yes, and that's really, really important po.
Yes. So what challenges did you face while building your career and how did you overcome them?
Oh, lots of challenges. Just because of all of the people that you are dealing with. Mm-hmm. But the hotel business is a business that once you get in, it's really hard to get out because you're paid to smile, Sansu. So you're paid to be happy. You're paid to host people and enjoy them and them enjoying you. And hospitality is number one when it comes to Filipinos. So it's definitely ingrained, I think, in our roots.
It's true. Hard work is ingrown in our DNA, basically. Being
exactly.
We work hard. We're like Jamaican people too. I'm part Jamaican, so we have 2 or 3 jobs. We know how to juggle that. Work from home, work with taking care of the kids, taking care of your husband. I don't know why we have to take care of them, but we take care of your.
Oh my God, Sansu, you don't even want to talk about my husband because up to this very day, he doesn't like Chef Burger King or Chef McDonald's. It has to be me to cook.
Which is good. That's
yes,
real.
I enjoy it. And again, without his support, my family's support, I wouldn't be where I am today.
So that was you define success both personally and professionally because of your family and friends?
Oh, definitely. That's another thing, right? my cousins, my friends, my family, my aunts, especially, of course, my parents, my siblings. They're all very, very supportive of me, my life, my children, and I wouldn't be where I am today, and I'm not the woman I am today if not for my family. And I always thank them from the bottom of my heart for all of the things that they've done to make me the person that I am today.
Oh, that's sweet. That's really nice. That's a good thing about us Filipinos. We always value our families, and we always talk about it. We always kind of, I know we always have differences and stuff like that, but family is family. Without drama, I don't think it will be great. Drama, right?
Blood is thicker than water, right, Sansu?
Yes, just like reality show. You have to the more you have a drama, the better the life is. But what strategies that you use to maintain the work balance, to balance it? I mean, 3 hotels and then 2 hotels in Seattle. I mean, how do you balance it? Do you go back and forth all the time?
I spend about 10 days of every month in Seattle. So I definitely cook a lot of meals and freeze them so my husband doesn't have to go to Chef McDonald's while I'm gone. But definitely it's a balance, and 7 grandchildren I have now, so it is definitely a balance, keeping up with also their schedules and wanting to be a part of their lives. But everything is all from God, and God has been amazing to me and my entire family, and we try to keep that balance all the time. Work hard, play hard. That's the motto of a Filipino woman. Isn't that correct?
Yes, it's very correct. Correcto. So what advice would you give to other women aspiring to enter your field?
Oh, just do it, right? Take the time, just do it. There's so many opportunities. Luckily, we're here in we're here in America. We definitely have a lot of avenues that people can take, and loan wise and all of that. Whatever your dreams are, pursue them. Be prayerful, pursue them. You only got one life to live.
It's true. Going through a lot of, different fields and stuff, you might be might not be successful in the beginning, but the more you work hard, there's always going to be ups and downs, and just to be discouraged. I think that's what the success is all about. So, how do you stay motivated and focus on your goals?
Motivation is very easy when you look at 7 grandchildren that are looking up to you, right? I want to impart also to them, my children, my grandkids, that hard work definitely does pay off, and that they have to follow whatever is in their heart, their dreams. Can you imagine? I have none of my children are in the hospitality world. That is not what they wanted. They're all in the medical field. That's their dream. Yes, that's their dream. You do you. Always you do you. One life, let's make the best of it, right, Sansu?
It's true. It's really true. Well, I mean, you have to, life is precious for you to just waste it. You know what I mean? We're so lucky that we're still here after COVID.
Exactly.
God, we have a purpose in life. God gave us a purpose. So to share, to motivate others, like in your situation, that's why you do Woman of the Year. Could you imagine that? Woman of the Year.
Yeah, and the other things that motivate me is I'm very, very active in DECA. I'm definitely active in Seattle South Side. I love mentoring, and that's because that is something that all of us should do, right? We should encourage our youth that not everything that they need to know is on that cell phone, right? We need to teach them kindness. We need to teach them empathy. We need to teach them to be very hardworking individuals to obtain the goals that they want for their lives.
Yes. So what trends do you see shaping the future of in the hotel business?
Trends, there's a lot of trends that are shaping the hotel business, but COVID was a good and a bad thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
People were confined to the four walls of their home, and the
Yeah.
minute that COVID was no longer that, it was really, really cool. Everybody wanted to travel. Everybody wanted to experience the world. We are in a booming industry right now. So
Yes.
it is definitely an industry I suggest for a lot of the youth. There's a lot of definitely a lot of hotels that they can start out with and learn the trade, going, of course, to school and stuff like that. But it is definitely a booming industry. And again, it's a fun industry.
Yeah.
You know, you're smiling all the time. You're enjoying people. You're listening to their stories, where they've been. You're sharing what's in your area too. So that's a lot of motivation and a lot of, I'd say, good vibes even for you.
Yes.
You're not just sitting behind a cubicle and doing something, right? You're enjoying people.
It's true. It's true. So let's talk about the Empowered Filipinos. It's going to be coming up in May 17th. Tell our online family and friends about this event.
How many wonderful Filipinos have started their businesses and are thriving and are just doing such a wonderful job in Seattle, Washington. And this event is not just for business owners in the Seattle area. It's all over the country. So I'm really excited to meet a lot of the other business owners and resilient Filipinos throughout the United States.
Yes. And also the Empowered. I'm going to be hosting it. Would you imagine that?
That's so cool.
Yes. I'll be staying in your hotel.
You are going to be staying in my hotel, Miss Sansu.
Thank you for letting me stay in your hotel. And so what's the name of the hotels that you have? What's the
Comfort
name?
Inn and Sleep Inn at SeaTac Airport.
Okay. And that's one of them, right?
So you'll be staying at the Comfort.
Oh, with Comfort. And then the one in Nebraska, what are the names of the hotels in Nebraska?
We own the Best Western, the Super 8, and another Comfort Inn in Hastings, Nebraska.
Oh, so it's like a franchise for the Western.
Yes.
It's
Comfort Inn is a franchise through Choice Hotels International.
International.
Yeah, they're all individually owned. And so again, right, if you know somebody that wants to get into the business and they want to buy hotels, Choice Hotels is also there to help them start.
I think the best thing is for you to start a school, a training school, to train a lot of people out there, because there is so scary, because hotel business is a big business. You have to have a lot of investment, right? So, but you are a very good example, that when you have someone behind you and supporting you, that it could happen.
Oh, definitely. And again, DECA is another organization that I'm heavily involved in with the high school students and college students. They're all, they learn from us business owners, and we love to share our knowledge.
Oh, and that's the one in Seattle, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm a mentor and also a judge for DECA.
For DECA. And DECA stands for?
Discovering Entrepreneurs in Business.
In business.
Yeah.
Wow. So, but it's not just hotel business, but all kinds of businesses.
All kinds of business, yes.
All kinds of businesses. Oh, okay. Oh my God. I mean, I can't wait. I'm kind of excited about it, about hosting, because it's going to be because it's a gala. It's not going to be like a pet gala that we're going to look crazy. But it's going to be a Filipino style gala. Yes. It'll be wearing barong and all this Filipino outfit. I can't wait. I don't know.
Proud of our culture.
Yes, I'm so proud of it. I know, as I mentioned to them, I always look Chinese, but I am part Filipino. Every time I say that, they all, some people that doesn't know me, they're like, yeah, sure, Sansu, you're Filipino. I said, yes, I am. But when I start opening my mouth, they said, oh, yeah, you are Filipino. I start eating with my hands. It's like, yeah, you are Filipino. Okay, you proved it.
Your mother is the famous Elizabeth Ramsey. Of course, you're Filipino.
Oh my goodness. I asked you for my last thing. Okay, if you're stranded, this is a trivia question. If you're stranded in an island and you have to spend that in that island, one person, who would you like to spend? I mean, it has to be a Hollywood actor. Which actor would you like to spend time in that island, in that one island that you're going to be there for a long time?
Well, that's an interesting question. Filipino, definitely Christopher De Leon.
Oh, really? Oh my goodness. No, I
Yeah.
never expected that.
Yeah, definitely Christopher De Leon. He's amazing, has done so much even in the community.
Yes.
I'd like to know all about him, his dealings with Vilma, Nora, may she rest in peace. Yeah, it
Yes.
would be Christopher De Leon if
It
it
will be
was.
Christopher Delia.
Yeah,
Wow, that is nice. Okay, if you pick a fruit, apple or orange, which one do you want?
apple.
Apple. Okay. Okay.
And you know why it's apple? I'm having gallbladder issues right now. And the doctor said, for my gallbladder, remember the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Keep the doctor away.
So that's the
I mean,
reason why I'm on this apple trip right now.
That's true because apple does give you a lot of sugar too, if you're diabetic. But but I think it is better than the orange. Orange also have sugar, you know. But well, thank you so much, Miss Rose, for spending time with us and
you.
talk about empowerment. And everyone, do you have a website that would you like to tell everyone, about your hotel, about your business?
Yeah, it's barkhospitality.com. But for bookings and stuff like that, please visit choicehotels.com and put in SeaTac Washington, and you're going to see my hotels. We'll look forward to serving all of my Filipino kabayans in Seattle someday.
Do you speak Tagalog, right?
Oh, yes, po.
Oh, yes, because you were born and raised here.
Oh, yeah, but laking lola. So mama was very influential, and I went home almost every single year. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
so that's why. That's good that you never forget our culture. That's really,
I
really
never, ever want to, because that is definitely a part of me. It'll
Yes.
always stay with me. And that's something that I even want my children and grandchildren to realize where
Yes.
they came from and be proud Filipinos.
Yes. Be proud of being Filipino. Well, thank you so much, Miss Rose, for being with us. God bless you.
Thank you, Sansu. God bless you too. And may your show and everything that you do prosper.
Thank
You're still
you.
as beautiful as ever, and I'll see you in May, dear.
Yes, my dear. God
Couple of
bless.
weeks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Po, si Orlino de la Cruz ay kapitan po ng Patal Pinto sa Pinatubo. Nagpapasalamat po ako sa Aita Tribe Foundation. Nagpapasalamat po ako uli sa mga bigay nyo po. Dito po ay lumiwanag na po ang namin po, community namin po. Nuulit ko lang po, nagpapasalamat ako sa inyo po. Ito po.
Ayun po yung Pinatubo, yung may pag. Si Dayday. Ayan si Bangkok. Ayun. Mabay dito.
Bilala ko yata.
Dito po kami natulog. Super lamig. Parang nasa Tagaytay. Ayan. Ayan. Ayun po yung Pinatubo, yung may pag.
Who are the original Americans? History has been rewritten, but the truth remains. The Foundation for American Indian Restoration and Education, or simply the FAIR, is here to set the record straight. Our foundation is simple. The FAIR stands on its signature original American identifiers to define what an original American truly is. Our mission is to uncover the truth, reconnect descendants, and restore a lost heritage. Through our FAIR original American identifiers, we reveal the true identity of the original Americans. The emblem of America. The emblem of America is an allegorical figure from the British Museum and is noted to be an ethnic representation of the American peoples. So what exactly is an American? The definition of American. The 1828 Webster's Dictionary defines an American as a native of America, originally applied to the Aboriginals, or copper-colored races, found here by the Europeans, but now applied to the descendants of Europeans born in America. Colonial and U.S. Census records. Early U.S. Census records show that for the first 70 years, only two racial categories existed: colored and white. Who were these colored people? The FAIR assert that they were the original inhabitants of this land. DNA. Ancestry.com DNA analysis labels the only communities for the region of indigenous North America as either African American or European settler. Surprisingly, there aren't any Native American communities listed for these lands, leaving the African American communities, the only ones given the nationality American, proving that those labeled as African American today are the true original Americans. Your ancestry holds the key. The FAIR encourages everyone to research their genealogy, connect with historical records, and rediscover their true roots. Every generation carries a piece of the story, one that deserves to be reclaimed. Join us in reclaiming history. Visit the FAIR today. Connect with your roots and restore your identity.
Hi. I'm not muted. I'm not muted. I'm okay? Sorry about that, guys. You know how it is when it's live. But welcome back. I just want to thank again Miss Rose Alvarez. That was a wonderful conversation that we had. And then now we just showed you a video about FAIR, and I hope you learned something from it, because my next guest is the founder of FAIR and the playwright, author for the stage play that's coming up. We Was Here First. So please help me welcome Miss Christian Stovall. Hi, Christian.
Hi, thank you so much. What a warm welcome. I so appreciate you, Sansu. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity to connect with you and the Aita tribe. I am truly honored.
Oh, thank you too. I'm also honored. So I know you just came from the rehearsal for the play.
Yes.
How's it coming along?
It's coming along fabulously. It's been a wonderful journey. Putting together this production. I'm doing the play. My daughter's in the play as well. So it's kind of a multi-generational experience for us. And just incorporating all of the theatrical elements like the lights and the sounds and everything. It's really just blooming. And I'm just so excited to share it with the Bay Area.
Yes. So tell us a little bit more about your foundation. I know we just watched the video, but coming from you, what motivated you to organize it?
Well, when I started to research my family tree, instead of coming across African people, I found out that my ancestors were Aboriginal to America. Not to mean that they weren't dark-skinned, or not to mean that they weren't of the original people that are all over the world, right? All the indigenous people of the earth are dark-skinned from no matter if you're in Mexico, Asia, Australia, even now they're starting to talk on like National Geographic about Cheddar Man and the original people of even Europe having darker skin too. Same for here in America. I found out that my ancestors were the original people of America. They were landowners. They signed treaties, and they were purposely misclassified, and their heritage and identity had been stripped from them so that they can fit within the society. And learning and understanding that truth, and understanding that a lot of the things that Black people are facing here in America is because they are actually the original people, and that's why a lot of the policies are against them. It was to subject and subdue them. That's what happens when your country is colonized. And so I wanted to shed light on that and teach people about who we are, and so that we can preserve our heritage. Just like other cultures around the world are still very much in tune with their culture, their cuisines, their heritage. There's so much about Black culture that is being thrown away because we are now trading that in for African culture, which is beautiful within its own, but we have our own culture here in America, our own foods, and that's part of it. It's a lot, but I'm excited, and I've now written this play about my ancestors and what I've learned through getting to know them and their roles within society during their times. And now that's kind of what the play is about.
Oh. So, okay, tell me more, darling. Okay, what role does education play in reshaping public perceptions because that's considered indigenous people, right? The indigenous heritage and culture. So, because I know, especially with this new administration, they're trying to get rid of the history of this country. They're trying to erase it and not to educate a lot of the young generation, which is you can't. You have to learn your history before you can learn something new. So how can you advise a lot of generation out there that to really find somewhere to learn more about their culture, their heritage?
Well, that's really the basis of why I've built this foundation, so that it could be a starting point to be able to connect with the educational system, so that we can iron out all the facts, make things very clear, and have something to represent us. That was kind of the heart of it. And I was talking a little bit on my channel before I came on here about stepping out of the darkness and into the light, showing up. You have to show up to be recognized, and you can't be afraid to say who you are, even if there might be, well, maybe I'll be honest, outright lies about our identity here in America. And my ancestors always say, you've got to tell the truth and shame the devil. Okay. Right. Tell the truth and shame the devil. So that's what we do. We want to tell the truth. And I was telling them a story about how I was sharing the San Francisco International Arts Festival page, the website link to my show with some other parents from the district. And I'm very involved. I'm a mother myself, and I'm involved in just so many different parent groups, boards, committees, and whatnot. And one of these parent groups, every year we break off into teams, and each team is given some funding to put on an event to engage, the families within the district. And this year, my team decided to do a multicultural event. So all different types of cultures from, that are represented within our district are going to have a table and share some of that information. And I've been so busy with the play. I had some things I wanted to give to the Black American table. But I didn't have so much time to do a whole lot for this year, especially because the event is on Friday, and Friday is the day of the show. And so I had sent I wanted to remind the parents that I had the show going on and I was not going to be able to make it. And so I sent the link to them. And one of the parents came across, because I have my fair website on the San Francisco International Arts Festival website, and she pressed it, and she started to go through all the videos. Like that one is on also the website as well. You guys can find that at Fair Rules, FAIRE Rules, RULES.org. And she was watching and she texted me. She says, "Hey, I'm on your website. I'm learning so much." And she took it upon herself to make sure that we had a whole bunch of stuff printed, all of the definitions, the definition of American, some about a little bit about our cuisine, like cornbread and barbecue and gumbo and grits. Soul food is actually indigenous to America. So when you start to really understand, it's truly amazing. But that's how we're doing it, just by being visible, by getting out there, getting the word out there, not being afraid to share this truth. That's why I'm so happy and thankful that you that you're having me on here today. I'm so happy to share this with you guys. But yes, and this woman is not of my ethnic background. And so it's just amazing to be able to connect with different cultures, and the truth is the truth regardless. And so that's one way. We will be at a Hayward Unified School on Friday, presenting some of this information. So that's one way to show up in ways like that, where, to go to a multicultural event and say, hey, our culture is soul. We're the soul people here. We've been here for forever. We've been misclassified. And that's kind of what the play is about too. It's not even kind of, it is. It's about a mother and a daughter celebrating Kwanzaa. And we ask our ancestors to tell us the truth. Who are we? Connect us to our roots, because that's part of it. Another reason why Black Americans sometimes have a hard time is because we have been stripped from our actual identity. We don't even know who we are or where we come from. And part of it is because, we weren't allowed to know that we are of the land, because how else would they get us to work in the system if we knew that this is our home? When you think about it, right? So it's part of that was the colonization, is to get us into it. And but go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm so obsessed with this. I'm so passionate that forever.
What is the long-term goals do you envision for the empowerment and recognition of the Black Americans here in the United States within the society? How can you expand that education? Because I know in California we're so active, but other states, I don't think they focus on what's going on with our culture, with being a Black American.
Yes. We're starting locally, but even the encounter I had with that mom this week has given me the idea to offer the learning materials to everyone through the site. If people join a member, they'll be able to receive some of those, the print materials to bring to their own children's classes and things like that. But truly the long-term goal is to somehow make our voice loud enough so that we can reassert the American Negro as part of the indigenous American family once again, so that we are properly represented within history as well as contemporary society.
Yes. So this program that you're going to have on Friday, because it's from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? For 3 days.
It's Friday and then Sunday.
Friday. And then only 2, Friday and Sunday. And can you tell us, where they can buy the tickets, the website and everything?
Yes, it's on the San Francisco International Arts Festival page. That's SFIAF. Let me make sure I have that correct for you guys. .org. And ours is 2025 _us_in_the_u. U_s. I can make sure I put this in the chat too.
Okay. And I think if they go to fair.com, they will see that information too, isn't it?
Yes, you're right about that. How did I not forget? Yes, you can also go to my website under the upcoming event. Thank you, Sansu. See, I love that. The website's working. I love it. People are going on there. But yes, or just fairrules.org, and you can go to the upcoming events, and the link to the tickets will be there. But there are also tickets at the door. It is at the theater at Yugen in the Mission District on Mariposa Street in San Francisco.
And also, how do you call this? It's all ages, right? There's no limit on age.
No,
everybody's welcome. And it starts from what time to what time? The show?
The show on Friday starts at 8 p.m. and it's going to run for 30 to 40 minutes, and then there's going to be a 20-minute talk back. So we can ask questions and we can connect with the audience. And on Sunday, the show starts at 5 p.m.
5 p.m.
So it's about an hour.
About an hour. And it's the parking is pretty easy, right? It's not that hard to find a parking.
No, I don't think so. There should be parking around that area. There is, and it's free parking too. It's not. I don't think it's charged. No. So that's also good too, because you know how San Francisco can get.
Because San Francisco is so hard to find a parking.
I know. And it's also BART accessible too. If people wanted to take BART, they've been advertising the festival like that on this site, that it's BARTable, and you can get off on 16th and Mission.
So you can Google it. What was it? I'm sorry. We was here first, right?
We was here first.
Here first. Why is it we was here first? That is a very unusual title. We was here first.
Yes, it grammatically would be we were here first. But one of my writing partners, she says, I think it sounds better if you say we was here first. And I was like, okay, we'll roll with it. We was here first. Okay. And that's what it's about. It's, our ancestors come and they start to each ancestor. So there's one spanning 400 years. An ancestor, real historical figures too. So that was what was cool too. When I started to research my family tree, I found historical figures, people from encyclopedias, people from, just history, real history. It's interesting because they teach Black people that your ancestors were just slaves. They were nameless slaves. And it's like, no, we weren't. We were a big part of American history. And we owned the land and we were connected to the treaties and we sat in on juries. And so I meet ancestors who was best friends with George Washington. So that's one of the ancestors that comes. It's my 7th great grandfather. His name was Billy Lee. And we learned about him and Pocahontas' cousin and somebody who is, it's amazing. I don't want to spoil the show.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, my dear, for stopping by and for your patience, for taking around with us. I know it's kind of late because I know you just got out from your rehearsal. And tell your girl, I said hi, your daughter. I can't wait to see her perform. I can't wait to see you perform. I might be there either Friday or Sunday. I have to check my schedule, but I want to check it out, you guys.
Oh, we would love to have
Mother's Day.
Yes, we'll have to do a little Mother's Day celebration for the show too. For the moms. Oh, that's really good. I have to think about that. Yes. I'd love to have you. It would be an honor. Thank you so much, Sansu. And I appreciate you for having me this evening too.
Yes, God bless you. And I'm going to post your flyer later before we end the show. Because I made a little PowerPoint on where they can go and the address and stuff like that.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Sansu. Oh, you are so wonderful. I'm so happy that we've gotten to connect and I really appreciate you. And I look forward to seeing you this weekend. And if not, I know we'll do this again soon.
Thank you. God bless you, my dear.
God bless you as well. Have a good night.
You too. Thanks. Bye-bye. No, are we ready?
I'm contained in a cage, they try to keep me in this place in chains, I'm locked down. CEOs underestimate the rage, I'ma say, okay, till they finally bring in the beast style. Who you telling? Ain't too much you can be really telling. This venomous when you bitten by the system, label felon is checked. Not progression, oppression upon the pendulum, in and out of this prison. No wonder why we rebellious, telling us what to do. All of my boys in blue, either an orange suit on my cut is my ace deuce. Try to keep us under and they loving what they want, and they all about to come up, so they making the revenue. So pass me the fishing line and I'ma put a fee on it. Politicking in the kitchen with the G's, homie, gotta survive. And it's hard to stay alive when you caught up in a cycle that's making you wanna lean on it. I'ma reach the streets, police are deep, not as deep as we. I feel belief, the time's capiche, but these bars can't save me. I thought that all of this was gonna rehabilitate me. What the heck is going on? The recidivism is strong. I expect us to get a job when you mock us with all these wrongs. Trying to do no harm, survive, but most of all I feel in prison. Even though I'm out of prison in this song, let's roll. I'm placed behind these bars and I cannot take this anymore. They took away the keys and locked me up behind them doors. And now you have these beasts that you have made with brutal force. And the prisoners of war, silent roar, I'm singing, oh, mind confined, I choose my prison walls. But what if I don't wanna choose none of them at all? You think that you are God, your Jericho will What you think is honestly all about your autonomy. Think about your protection, but really it's about economy. Commissary is constantly money turned into coffee. Your body is like a number and possibly like a lottery to leave. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to my soldiers that are free. Never peace to your crooked ass police. Ain't no rest of the peace for the ones they won't release. America is saving more people than any country. Probation and the parolee perpetuating the numbers to keep it down on the under. Wonder why all of a sudden in 1990 they really allowed all of the public to purchase and own a prison. Making $3 billion off of civilians, making us live in a condition, making it hard for us to listen. The repetition, recidivism is giving all of our children a pipeline to the business opportunity to make it cast down by the system. Immigrated a native, we all up in it and caught up in a hatred that's headed for you to mess up the miseducate the message, and they got you thinking that prison was beneficial to them. I pick up the pen and write to the pen and prison women and men that it's your time to defend. They want your mind at a third grade level. You don't see that the poor go to prison and the rich go to rehab. I'm placed beyond these bars and I cannot take this anymore. They took away the keys and locked me up behind the doors. And now you have these beasts that you have made with brutal force. Hear the prisoners of war, silent roar, I'm singing, oh, oh, mine confined, I choose my prison walls. But what if I don't wanna choose none of them at all? You think that you are God, your Jericho will fall. Step back, step back, step back.
Hello, guys. Welcome back. I just want to thank Miss Christian Stovall, for hanging out with us. But this time, I hope you enjoyed the video, you guys. And this is the person that I can't wait to interview. And also, I'm so excited. I never had kind of rapper kind of thing in my show. We're always like serious talk, But this one, what up, But without further ado, he's a rapper, he's a hip hop artist, he's from Portland, Oregon, and also he reflects on a power community and takes readers through the favorite Portland hangs, and is a musician dedicated to the community. Please help me welcome Talilo Marfil. Hi, Talilo.
Hello, kamusta po?
Oh, you speak Tagalog, huh?
Kwente lang, I'm still learning.
Were you born and raised here?
Born in Iloilo, Panay, but my family nakatira sila sa Bacolod.
Oh, Bacolod. So you're Hilonggo?
Ilonggo, Hiligaynon. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Oh my God. So this is good that you spelled. Well, how old were you when you moved here in the U.S.?
2 years old. I'm half Ilonggo, half Irish. So
Oh my Lord.
my dad was in the army, and
Mm-hmm.
during that time the America was pulling out.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know all the complications, but because my mother had me,
Mm-hmm.
I had to go with my dad. So she had to make a decision, and she married him too. So she had to make a decision to go to
Mm-hmm.
America, even though she didn't want to. So that's how I came to the States. And my father abused us growing.
No, I'm sorry.
So my mom and I were sleeping in cars in the Bay Area. Like most Filipinos come to the Bay when they migrate. Bay,
Yeah.
Seattle, LA,
California.
the West Coast, but yeah, so the Bay Area was where we lived to survive, and
Mm-hmm.
had a rough time for
Um,
a long time.
yeah, I'm so proud of you because you're very active in your community in Portland. I've
Yeah.
never been to Portland before, but is it a big Filipino community in Portland?
No, it's not as big as the community in LA or the Bay
Mm-hmm.
Area or Seattle even, but there is a community here, and I'm connected to it, and there's at least
Mm-hmm.
it's growing 30,000, 40, 50. We're growing, but we do have Filipino community centers, we do have history and elders, lolos and lolas that have
Yeah,
documented the migration to Portland, and yeah, we've been out here for sure.
for sure. Oh, okay. So, which one do you prefer, California or Portland? I mean,
I like California for its weather, but Portland is home to me.
it's home to you because
Yeah.
your parents are there, right?
My father isn't in the picture, but my mother my nanai, she lives with me now. Yeah, she's
Oh, that's
a long time we were separated, but
um,
she just recently moved with me this year.
oh, okay. So who inspires you to being a rapper? Do you consider yourself a rapper or a hip hop artist? Which
I
one
would
do
I
you
would
prefer?
consider myself human being first,
Oh,
and the music and the expression is a part of the journey. And if I was to categorize myself as a hip hop artist or a rapper, I would choose hip hop artist and MC, someone who uses the microphone to inspire the people in the masa, the pangmasa.
yes. So when you rap, do you rap only in English or I know I heard you rap in Tagalog too, huh?
Yeah, I mix Tagalog, also
Bisaya?
Hiligay nun.
Iliganon. Oh yeah, and I heard about that dialect, Aliganyon. So it's different than Cebuano, no? Na Ilocano, no? I mean
It's,
Ilocano.
I mean,
Hilonggo.
Basaya has a lot of different, mainly Cebuano, but it has what I Hiligay nun in
Mm-hmm.
there. But Hiligay nun is actually a totally different dialect than Basaya.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So how do you inspire? Who inspired you, first of all? Who's your favorite artist?
My favorite artist growing up was Tupac because Tupac spoke and rapped about social change in relationship to be
Mm-hmm.
against success. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and also as a youth, I was very attracted to street culture, and I felt like Tupac represented both of those things. Plus, he's a dope rapper, MC, and I feel like made an impact in his time. It's a dual blade, that
Yes.
yes, we're able to speak English, but also why do we have to leave our home country to give money back to the Philippines? Why do we have to sacrifice
Mm-hmm.
our time with our families? So yeah, it's a tricky situation, but colonialism has its impacts.
But that's good that Filipinos really learn how to speak English because English is an international language,
Of
right?
course,
That's why we are so advanced compared to other Asian countries. The fact is, we know how to. I mean, if even you look at the when you make a phone call or when you talk to someone on the phone, you can tell that he or she is Filipino because he
of
really
course.
speaks
Yeah,
fluent English, right?
yeah, yeah.
Compared to Japanese or Chinese or other Asian cultures,
Yeah.
they have that different accent.
That's
But
a good
us, we don't have really an accent most of the time. When we speak English, you
Mhm.
know, just my grammar is bad, but
Yeah, it's a good
yeah,
vibe.
yeah. So when you were young, this is what you wanted to be in show business, to be an artist. This is what your dreams is what you.
Kind of, yeah. Kind of. I wanted to be a firefighter at one point, but my felonies, being in the system, and I used to be a bad kid, as my mom would say. My felonies prevented me. Yeah, my felonies prevented me from becoming a firefighter. Music was always just like it was a dream of mine, but not something that I really believed in. It was more of like a expression of survival throughout my life. But today I'm an international artist, so it ended up happening.
You. So do you have recording? Because I know we just watch your video. So well, because I'm the old school, so I still call it recording.
Yeah.
CD player.
CD player, yeah. Vinyl. Vinyl, vinyl.
So have you performed anywhere? I mean,
Yeah,
have you?
I've performed around. I performed in Apawangud's village. I did a music video with Apawangud from the
Mhm,
Kalinga tribes. I
mhm.
performed with J Mara, Moral Beats from the Philippines. I'm now a headliner every time I perform. The last show I did was in Canada, Vancouver, BC, opening one of the headliners with Apple the App from Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out and rest in peace to all the victims that lost their lives after our performance.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, that's
many
right.
people got hurt and many people unfortunately passed away
That's true.
at an event where we were celebrating our pre-colonial history, Lapu Lapu Day.
Yes, Lapu Lapu Festival. You're right.
Yeah, so after, after such a high moment of celebrating our
Mhm.
culture, heritage, traditions, ceremonies, tragedy struck, and I'll
Mhm.
never forget the people that were hurt by that incident.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I was just yelling because when you said Apple the app, that's my
Yeah,
boyfriend right there.
yeah. I was gonna meet up with him too. I was headed to meet up with him, and then all that stuff went down. So
Yeah,
I hope to connect with him in the future and make a song with him. That's one of my
yeah.
goals.
Yes, he's a good man. He's a good man. I always tease him on the stage and stuff, but I mean, as I said, it's very seldom to see a Filipino rapper in locally. In the Philippines, there are very much a lot now,
Yeah, this
Filipino rappers. But it's so cool when they rap in Tagalog. Do you prefer Tagalog or do you prefer English rap?
English is my actual first language is Hiligaynon, but English is
Uh-huh.
something that I'm more familiar with. I think when I rap in Tagalog, it's me reclaiming the language
Mm-hmm.
and using it. Kasi not having that being able to speak it fluently throughout my life and knowing that the impacts of colonialism tried to erase our language, it makes me want to represent it in the
Mm-hmm.
music. Yeah. But I rather rap in Hiligaynon, and the reason why is because Tagalog is such a known national language that
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it can confuse the people that we don't have diverse dialects and languages that show the richness of our Filipino people.
Oh, okay. Well, I just want to say that I like your T-shirt.
Thank you. That's why I took my shirt off before this because hey, the science back in the day when they had all their tattoos, it
Yeah.
wasn't because they said we were savages, but no, because it's my init. It's hot outside. We're on the equator, and this is our T-shirt. This is our armor. This is glows in the afterlife. It
Hey,
shows
that's
our
original. That's original, man. That's original T.
so I have to show my T-shirt.
That's your design. You designed that T-shirt. No one can imitate that. That's for sure. So, how do you balance your personal expression with the expression of your audience? How do you balance that? Do you?
That's a
I
good
know most of your audience probably young generation,
Yeah,
right?
middle
Yeah.
age, young generation. I,
Yeah.
I I got the titas and titos too. They like
You
me
probably,
too. Even
you
some
probably
of
said,
the lolas, they think I'm guapo. Some of the lolas, you know.
I think
But
they'd be listening to your rap and they'd be like, what?
what?
What did
But yeah, that's a good question. I was actually meditating on that the other day because when I first started rapping, I rapped for survival for when I was a
you?
homeless youth. So,
Yeah.
and then I started rapping when I was in jail to get through
Hmm.
my emotional trauma or whatever. And then
Yeah.
now I have a fan base. I have a growing fan base. So when I rap, I try to think about how it's going to impact the listeners.
Mm-hmm.
I'm no longer rapping to get fans. Now I have a fan base. So it's definitely a balance to express my emotions, but also think about how the viewer and the listener is going to perceive or
Hmm.
the message. So it's a balance for sure. But at the end of the day, I'm having fun with it.
Good. So, what's your future plan? Would you be interested in not just singing, but also in the movies and stuff like that, acting and everything else, or just stick in the music business?
um, my plans with music is to grow my fan base more, do bigger
Hmm.
collaborations, um,
Be in a
and
bigger stage, right?
bigger stage, stadium performances.
Stadium.
you know um but I also have dreams of being a director. I would
Hmm.
love to direct a movie that
Hmm.
represents the Philippines before colonialism. Um all the richness, all the mythology, all the drama. I would love to find ways to use my music platform to invest in that. And then another thing is also to grow my organization. So
But I'm so proud of you, that you really, I mean, as I said, that what you've done in your life for coming up from a hard life and now you're prospering, and not looking back on what behind you or what happened, just going forward. And I know you're going to go further because your mindset now is really what you want to accomplish in life, right?
right.
So I'm so proud of you, man. I mean, it's not easy to be a young person nowadays,
Maraming
and
salamat.
yeah, because there's a lot of struggles out there, not just jobs, but family wise, friends wise. There's so many things, that we have to tackle, especially you being a young person. I'm only 25, so
Mhm. Backwards.
I know you look at me like, yeah, sure, yeah. I'm
You got,
only
you got the
than you.
numbers backwards, huh?
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for your patience, man, for coming down. We want to continue this conversation. So next time, I want to guess you, like just you, because I want to know more about you, and we're gonna promote a lot of your stuff. That do you write? You write your own songs? Are your own rap music?
Yeah, I write my own songs. Sometimes I have some friends that help me translate Tagalog when I'm not
Yeah.
sure. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I definitely write my own songs.
Yeah, and translate it to your own dialect, which is the what was the other one you said?
Hiligay
Uh, Aliganyan, yeah, Aliganyan. So, because that would be a little bit different. I mean, a lot of rappers really in the Philippines doing rap, Tagalog rap.
I made
You
I
want
made I made a song. I made a song in Hiligay noon. It's called Bacolod. And it shows my
to
family back in Bacolod. And then I also made another song called Buglas. And Buglas is
mm,
the name of Negros Island. It's the name Buglas before the Spaniards named us. So
yes,
that one has Hiligay noon in it too.
yeah. I'm so amazed about you because you know the history of the Philippines, why you're so in touch with Tupac, and because of the black people were the original people in the Philippines.
Right.
There's a little black in every Filipinos.
Yeah,
It
we
might
got
not show a lot, but I mean, this is the Aitas. Well, in Bisaya we call it Agta. I mean,
Acta.
they're all different tribes, but they're all the same. They're
You're
all from
Bisaya?
Africa. You know,
Are you
and
Bisaya?
huh?
Are you Bisaya?
Yes, Mama Elizabeth Ramsey. That's my mom. You know,
Ah, Bisdak. Come on now. Let's go. Amping.
naon sa makadiha? Nagkatag ba ka? So lumabas na so may Bisaya coming out. But I just want to thank you so much. Thank you. I thought the name was Talito, and it's Talilo.
Yeah.
Talilo Marvel. And I just want to thank you for your patience, for waiting for us and stuff. And I know my show is a little longer because I want to spend more time with you. I want to spend time with everybody. Because the 15, 20 minutes is not really enough to know someone, right?
No.
And you're going to be there in the Empowered Women on May 17th?
Yeah,
Are you going to?
I'm powered by May 17th. I'll be performing there, doing a couple songs and accepting an award.
Oh, cool. So I'm the host. So,
Oh,
uh,
nice. I'll be able to meet you in person then.
yes, definitely,
And then
definitely.
we go to Ati's hotel. I think we're
Yeah,
gonna stay
yeah.
at the
Auntie
hotel.
Rose, I just interviewed her. We're gonna be staying at her hotel. And well, thank you. God bless you. You want to end our conversation? Oh, would you like to say hi to your family and friends out there? Would you like to give a shout out?
Yeah, maraming salamat sa inyong lahat for all the support. Much love to my family back home. And yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Go after your dreams. Don't give up. I'm proof that you can have a rough start and flip it around at the end of the day. Much love,
Yeah.
y'all.
And would you like to end us with a little rap?
A little
So
rap? You put me on the spot? Okay.
hey,
Right.
Tupac, you have them, and you did be like rapping it right quick. I mean, just a short,
Just a short rap.
whatever is on your mind,
Which
just a
one's
little bit,
true?
seconds.
Huh. You can tell that all my people in this when you see the flag out. Show them where you from, we gonna act out. Better back up because we do not back down. 3 stars in the sun, we got the map out. Navigated the globe, that's why they know us. Ancestors all covered in gold for the cultura. They showed up, crocodile teeth along with the cobra, not alone with a pana alone. I throw the foe up.
Yay!
That's a verse. That's a verse from my song Apad. It just dropped on May 1st for AAPI month. Go run it up. The music video wasn't out, but the song is on all streaming platforms. If you go to my Instagram page at Talilo Marfil, you can see the music clip of the music video. And if you go to talilomusic.com, you can follow me on there.
Yes. Thank you so much again. God bless you. Keep it going, man. And I'll see you on May 17, all right?
All right. Ingat kayo po. Magandang gabi.
Magandang gabi. Bye. Peace
Bye.
out.
Po, si Orlino de la Cruz ay kapitan po ng Patal Pinto sa Pinatubo. Nagpapasalamat po ako sa Aita Tribe Foundation. Nagpapasalamat po ako uli sa mga bigay nyo po. Dito po ay lumiwanag na po ang namin po, community namin po. Nuulit ko lang po, nagpapasalamat ako sa inyo po. Ito po. Ay, mas pasalamat kami po sa nagtutulong sa amin po sa Aita Foundation po. Ngayon lang po kami ng ilaw na maliwanag po dito sa Patal Pinto po. Thank you po.
Ito po yung mga kasama namin, nag-install ng solar dito sa sitio. Dayday. Ayan si Conchal. Ayan si Joseph. Si Goryo. Si Commander A. Ito si Kapitan. Ayan si Pangkok. Ayan si Ate Parina. Ayan ang cooker namin, no? Si Ate Parina. Ayan, no? Dito kami sa Sitio Dayday. Ayan. Ayun po yung pinatubo, yung may pag.
Hi guys, that was a very interesting interview. I know our show is getting a little longer, but I just can't, cut up some of this guests of mine because there's very interesting people, and they're very inspiring, especially Miss Rose and Christian and also Talilo. I mean, they're just on different backgrounds. And I hope you enjoyed our show today. But before we go, of course, what's the talk about last weekend? The Met Gala 2025. And the theme was about dandyism, about the black culture, the black entrepreneur, the black designers and couturier, they were the highlight of the fashion that we had this weekend with the Met Gala, and it was like we have Anna Winthrop, of course, she's the lead, but of course we have Pharrell Williams, Asap Rocky, and also we have Domingo. We have Coleman Domingo, LeBron James, and we also have Lewis Hamilton. And these are the main people that really made it happen. And unfortunately, we didn't see LeBron James because he got hurt from playing basketball, but his wife was there. I mean, unbelievable design, unbelievable fashion. It's like the NFL of fashion, and it tells you the history because it's about time to focus on black designers and couturiers, to give them respect, to give them honor, and everybody came out amazing, especially Miss Ross, Diana Ross, the long gown, I mean, thing that she had, and then the frame and oh my god, and the train of her dress. I mean her kids and the grandkids' names are there printed, and then of course Monet and of course Kardashian sisters. I mean, they have to be there. They have to be there. They're the highlight. And Zendaya, oh my God, that girl is so beautiful. Everybody's beautiful. Even Whoopi. Oh my God. It was amazing. It was an amazing event, an expensive event. And they made like $30 million. $30 million in one night. How can I have a fundraising like that? What do I need to do? I need to talk to Anna so I can do that fundraising $30 million for the I to Try Foundation. How many indigenous people I can help in the Philippines for $30 million? How many houses? How many water supplies that I can give them? And oh my God, build schools for the kids and universities and stuff like that. It's unbelievable. $30 million, And so, congratulations, Met Gala. You did it again this year. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, now let me talk about in the Vatican. Right now, today is the beginning of the conclave, to find who will replace Pope Francis, But one thing that I really well, I couldn't say, yeah, I have to say the word, piss me off, is when Trump played or did an AI of Pope Francis. I have to be real for this one. That really insulting, you guys. If you're Catholic, you should be insulted of what he did. It's a respect that we have to do. Especially Catholics out there that are very religious, supposed to be, but if this very respectful of what he did, to just disrespect Pope Francis. He just died, and he was there in the funeral too. And for him to do an AI, that's not even funny. Could you imagine if President Obama or President Biden did that? Could you imagine? It would be a riot everywhere. All the Catholic people will be on the street because it's very disrespectful. That's not even funny. Then I hope he'll do that. He's not going to do that again. I know he's not going to hear me because I'm probably nobody to him. But for you Catholic, you should be reminded that's how disrespectful he is in our religion. Okay? So he's lucky that we're Catholic, because if that was a Muslim religion, I don't think he will survive to disrespect a high power like that, you know. And I have to get it out of the way. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, now after the Vatican, I would like to say something about a good friend of mine. Really, this is just a shocking news for me. I was just with her 2 weeks ago. We just had a successful, event, the Women's Club event, and she's the vice president of the CFWC, which is the California Federation of Women's Clubs of the East Bay. She's the vice president, and I just, got the message that she passed away. She went to the Philippines on May 1st, and on May 3rd, she was gone because of the heat stroke. I mean, I cried. I love this woman. She's like a sister to me. I've known her for almost 20 years. You know, I was really deeply saddened to hear about her passing. And her name is Cindy Gabukayan. She's also Bisaya. She's from, in the Visayan province in the Philippines. She's my sister in Christ, and I just want to extend my heartfelt condolences to her family and loved ones during this incredibly difficult time. We just had a prayer for him because, in the Catholic faith, when someone dies, we have to do a 9-day prayer, before we bury their body. And she was a warm, kind-hearted person. She's very positive. She always there for us when we ask her questions about the federation, or even when she personally, when I ask her when I have little issues or something that I can't solve in my mind, I'll call her and she's always there for me. Ate Cindy, I will always miss you. I love you always. I just want to say a little prayer for her. Loving Savior, as we bid farewell to our beloved friend Cindy Gaabukayan, grant her eternal rest and happiness in your glorious presence. May she be surrounded by your perpetual light forevermore. Amen. I love you, Ate Cindy. I love you. So, guys, I just want to say thank you for being with us tonight, or good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you are. Um, courtesy of PHLB Radio, Viva Las Vegas, and our director, Johan Sison. And I just want to thank you for sticking by with me. I know the show was a little longer tonight. And hope to see you again next week, every Wednesday night. Stay tuned. And I can't wait for your comments and stuff. So love, peace, and oh, did I say my mistake? I see my mind right now. Love, peace, and joy. Oh my God. Don't forget to spray your neuter your animals. God bless you all. See you soon. Bye.
You